This conference will now be recorded.
Hi. So in the last class, so we covered creation of the super keyboard, right? So how the super keyboard is working, like how the super keyboard is calling internally. So we observed. So we are calling from the subclass constructor. So once we use the super keyword, how the superclass constructor is going to call. And we have one more class to discuss the internal. So the workflow of the constructors, how that one constructor is calling to another constructor, right? So we will see. And today, this is one more important class. So we are discussing. So as of now, we covered one superclass and one subclass, right? Now we will use in the middle, and we are going to see one more class. So how it look like? Here it is. Here we have a class. What is the class name? I'm creating class name called A, right? So I having some properties. So I am having this some properties A and B. So here, so we already covered some properties and width to height depth. Some for example purpose I'm taking here, and we have one go method or write method or read method, right? So we have a read method, we can take it. And once we extend, so we know that how many features, how many properties, and how many methods are available in the superclass. So those features are available to the subclass. Now I created one more class called Y created one more class called C. C. One more class C. So now again I'm writing call extend keyword. I'm writing call extend keyword. Once we write the extend keyword, what will happen here is, so whatever the features and whatever the methods and whatever the properties are available come to the B class. And once we extend the B class to the C class, again we'll get the same properties and methods. Now in C class, we are having so A properties and B properties, right? So in C class, we are having A properties and B properties. So this is how it will look. We will see. So because so this concept known as what we are going to call multi-level multi-level inheritance, we can call it as. So multi-level inheritance, how it look like. So this is the structure. So now we will implement the program. So how it's going to look like, right? Now we will implement the program. So to implement the program, I am writing the same class called box. I'm writing the same class called box, and I am writing the one more class box with here. So we need to see one more class, right? What is the class? So we need three classes to write any multi-level programming. We need three classes. So I am writing one more class called so multi-level multi-level inheritance. Multi-level inheritance. And now class. So what I am taking here is the class name called shipment. What I'm taking here is shipment. So the class shipment is extends extends which class? Box weight, right? So up to the box weight we already covered how the box to box weight is going to call. So now we are seeing the shipment is the child class for the box weight as well as box. How the shipment will work here, right? In the shipment, Okay, in the shipment, I'm taking one property called cost. How much is the shipment cost I'm taking? How much is the shipment cost? So for these, so first we need to write some constructor. So why I'm writing the constructor? Because we need to create the property of constructor. So here what I'm doing, right? Shipment constructor, and I'm passing in one parameter. So one parameter, what is the parameter I'm passing? Again, I'm passing the object. I'm passing the object. Shipment object is a one type of object referent constructor. Just here, again I'm calling the super.ob. I am calling the super.ob, and ob.cost, ob.cost, cost is equals to ob.cost, right? So why I'm initializing? To access the global reference variable, to access the global reference variables, right? So this object reference constructor is completed. Now how many constructors we require? So based on the object creations, we need to create the so that many constructors. Based on the object reference only we can observe. So how many constructors are going to, how many constructors do we require to create an object? So now one more thing. Now one more thing I want to know that. So here I want to create how many objects? I created one object. Now I'm creating the, so see here magic here is 5 variables. See, first we will see the box class having the 3 constructor. So 3 parameterized constructor. So these 3 parameterized constructor, and come to the weight. So here how many? 1, 2, 3, 4. So we need to create the how many? 5. We need to create the five constructor references. We need to create the 5 constructor references. Shipment double width, double height, double height, double depth, and double weight, double weight, and double cost. So these main constructors we require to create in a shipment object. So now what I am doing here is, so I am calling the super class constructor called width, height, depth, and weight. So I am calling the super class constructor. Now what I am doing here is, this dot cost is equals to cost. Why I am creating this? Because we created the same name as a constructor argument, and the global variable name also same. So that's the reason for differentiating the local variable to global variables. So I created this keyword, right? So right now this constructor is completed. We need a default constructor because we are creating parameters constructor. So dynamically we need to create default constructor also. For default constructor and creating line. So in the default constructor also we need to call the default constructor of the above class. What is the above class here? Is the super class. What is it? Box weight. Box weight is super class. So for default constructors, what I am doing here, cost I am reducing -1. for our understanding purpose, I am reducing -1, right? Parameter constructor and default constructor. Now one more constructor I am creating here. One more constructor I am creating. What is the constructor name? Double. Because in the boxweight class we created some constructor. So we passing the one variable reference length value to the assign the values to the three properties which are available in the box class. What is the three properties? Weight, depth, and height. Right. So for this, I'm going to create one more constructor. We don't need. Let me create. It's not required. I think this is the enough for example. This is the enough example. Shipment is completed. So we covered the hierarchy of the multi-level inheritance. So now we created the same. So what is the superclass here? So box. And what is the intermediate class? We can call it as, because in the middle of, so it's acting as a superclass and it's acting one side subclass. So that's the reason we can call it as it is a intermediate class for the both. But what are the both class? Box and shipment. So superclass is the box and subclass is the box, right? And now the box set is the superclass and the chain class is the shipment. So like this, the hierarchy is working. But now what I'm doing, I'm creating one main method. Else we can write the same programs in sample inheritance. Sample inheritance. So here, just I'm commenting the code like. So now I am going to create an object for. I'm going to create an object for shipment, right? We need to create a shipment object. Shipment ship is equals to new shipment. Here the magic is available. So how many parameters the constructors having? 5, right? So 10 comma 20 comma 30 comma 40 comma 50. So 1 2 3 4 5. Yes. So the constructor is completed. Now again I am creating. Again I am creating one more constructor. Ship 1. Ship 1. Here, how many constructor are we post? It's a default constructor. We can take it. The default constructor and ship 2 and ship 2. So go to the shipment class and take one. This constructor is completed and the default one is completed. So we need to call the object constructor, right? Object constructor. So calling the object constructor, what I'm passing here, ship. I'm passing the ship object, save and save this shipment also, and cd paste. So copy our current location, Java C sample inheritance dot Java compile. So it's compiled successfully. Java sample inheritance execute. So default constructor one time call, the width of the value is 10. So here I so we want to know So we want to know the flow of the execution. We want to know the flow of the execution, how the flow is going to work. So here we want to see the flow of the execution. So we know that we created the three constructors. We created the three constructor in where we created these three constructors information, where we created, so we created in sample inheritance class, right? We created sample inheritance. So sample inheritance, from the sample inheritance, it's calling the first constructor, this one. It's calling the shipment class. So once the line number nine is trying to execute. So what we write here, super. So once we write the super, how it, so what is going to do? So again is going to check the super class. So what is the super class here? Box weight. What is the super class here? Box weight. So in the super class, sorry, in the box weight class, so it check is calling the which constructor. So how many parameters? One, two, three, four. Four parameters constructor is calling. The four parameters constructor is calling. So go to the box weight class. We define the four parameter constructor or not? Yes, we define. Right? One, two, three, four. So the four parameters constructor is calling. Right? The four parameters constructor is calling. So here again the magic is there. What is the magic? Again we write here super keyboard with three parameters, So now what is going? Is going to check what is the super. This is the box for the super class. So here the three parameters constructor is calling. So this is the way of calling the constructor, and this is the way of creating an object for shipment class. So we know that shipment is a child class. Shipment is a child class. So in the shipment, we can access the all the variables which are available in the above two classes, right? So for this, I am writing one statement: system dot out dot. I'm writing system dot out dot println system dot out dot println. So volume volume of volume of box volume of box. So here how we can write ship dot ship dot. So what is the volume? So ship dot volume, right? Ship dot volume. Ship dot volume. What is the ship dot volume? Because in the box class we have a volume method. We have a volume method. So we are calling the super class box method from child class, right? Then is going to return some of the this multiplication value. So while, right, go to here. So save, let us save. Let's see the magic. Compile. So execute. See, volume of box is 6000 we got it. So how the magic is, because we did not define any the volume method in shipment class, because it is the reference of ship, right? The ship reference is, this ship reference contains what type? The shipment object type, properties and methods are available. But in shipment we did not define any value method. So we covered, so those properties and the methods are available logically. So now he's going to check in the subclass which is in the shipment class. If it's fine, then it's called the subclass method. Otherwise, it's calling the superclass method which is in box class. That's the reason we got a 6000 output. Now I'm going to write one more statement. I'm going to write one more statement. So what is the statement I'm writing here is shipment dot weight. Shipment dot weight. Okay. Volume of weight. Volume of weight. Let's see. Now again we will see the same example. See, shipment of weight we got 10. Shipment of weight, how much we got? 40. Can you open the sample and check the weight is available anywhere? Weight. So in the whole shipment class, we did not define any weight variable. Where we define it? So weight is defined in box weight class. Now we are able to access the intermediate class properties, right? So this is the way we can create a high multi-level hierarchy or multi-level inheritance. So this is the way the multi-level inheritance is going to work. So now, so the next class we will see so how the constructors are going to come, right? How the constructors are going to come. We will see that in the next class.